Good morning, Las Vegas. This is Tina Drago with Healthy Las Vegas, coming to you from the Studio A at the Beasley Broadcast. Today I have in the studio John Williams with Auto Collections at the Lynx Hotel. I have to tell you that part of being healthy in Las Vegas is making sure you have good hobbies and that you're giving out as much as you're taking in. How are you today, John?
I'm doing good. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. So, John, tell me, let's start with the auto collections, because I think everybody who has a hobby, and I know cars are a big guy hobby. I have different
and
hobbies.
Girls, too.
There are some girls,
yeah.
I know, so I'm stepping out. Tell me about the cars you have and the passion that you see in people when they come through.
Well, back in 2000, my brother took over the auto collections at the Link, and actually it was the Imperial Palace then.
Yeah,
and,
way back then.
And it was a museum since 1982 to 2000. Now we sell cars. And as you know, you've been there before.
I got a great tour.
I tell you,
yeah.
We have cars from $10,000 to $3 million.
Yeah,
and,
that $3 million one looked really good.
I know, you looked at
I
it.
know. I actually sat in it, I think.
I tell you, no, it's just a collection. We get about 500 people a day walking through, and we sell a lot of cars. I mean,
so tell us where you're located, because it wasn't exactly the easiest way.
No, if you look at the big Ferris wheel in back of the Link, I can reach my arm out there and touch it. We're in the parking structure on the 5th floor, and just park anywhere you want. Go to the 5th floor, and you're there. It's only $12.95 per person. But you know what? If they want to mention John Williams, they can come in for free. Just have a mask for me, and they'll let them through.
Did you hear that, people? You got such a deal.
That's
and
it.
John will give you a tour because...
And bring your pocket, bring your wallet too.
Yeah. There was actually, I was looking through there, and there was the Pontiac that I thought my teenage boy would love. It was souped up muscle car.
Oh, I love those cars too.
And then there was a nice sedan Mercedes that was for sale.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was a couple of Rolls Royces.
We have about 32 of them.
But what's the most unique one you have? The Rolls Royce. Which
well,
one?
Oh man.
Don't you have one without a serial number?
Oh,
Or a serial
well,
prototype?
we do. We actually had the first Phantom Rolls Royce. I believe it's 1988, and that vehicle is the prototype. No serial number, and it's all the cars that you see on the road. The Rolls Royces were based on this one car.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we have, we have the Tiger car. We have a limousine back in 1977, took 20 years to build. That's $3 million.
Wow.
Yeah, we have some down as low as about 85,000.
Then you have some historical cards too, don't you? You have like a Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, we have Marilyn's car. Since we sell them, we might not have them when your listeners come in,
right,
because it just might not be there. But we've had
especially
Elvis,
after SEMA this week, right?
Yeah, SEMA's in town.
Yeah.
We had Elvis Presley's car, Marilyn's car, Jane Mansfield's car, Sammy Davis. And
do you have any Elvis cars?
No.
No Elvis cars?
We sold Elvis cars.
Sold Elvis. So you guys, you missed out on Elvis's car.
I know.
What about JFK?
JFK, we have two of them. We have the last car JFK was in before the death car in Dallas. And 2 hours before he was shot, he was in this vehicle that we have. It's a convertible. It looks just like the one he was assassinated in.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So for all you history buffs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can come down. If you want to read each placard, it'll take you 4 hours.
And, it was really cool. You also have like a little bar set up in there.
We have a bar set up. It was made about 1880 or something like that.
Looks like it came out of an old town.
Well, it did. Came out of Dodge City. Ralph Engelstead. He found this bar back in 1980 or something, 81, and bought it, shipped it out here. And it doesn't work, Tina, so you can't get...
Well, so if you wanted to have like a corporate function or something,
you can take it over. Yes,
auto museum?
Exactly, and that's so beautiful. We have a room called the Grand Salon where we can move a couple cars out. You can put 200 people in it, surrounded by maybe $500,000 worth of cars, and it's beautiful.
Nice. So, I was looking through. It's kind of like a walk through time. Do you have any like James Bondy type cars? Or
No, we did, but now we don't.
What about that old wagon that actually folded out? It was a camper, and it was like
the
50s?
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Oh, that Volkswagen, that 1971 Volkswagen van, and it had all the goodies too. It had the ice chest in it, and you name it. It had beds in there and a kitchen in there, and the windows, the air conditioning. You pop the windows out, and the wind comes in.
That's the air conditioning.
Yeah. It doesn't have any horsepower. You almost have to go backwards up a hill to go fast because that car is gutless. But that sold, actually. We sold it for $100,000.
Neat. I could see that being like fun at Burning Man or one of those places.
Hey, I'm finding out. Do you go to Burning Man?
No, I just know of people.
Okay.
Like my kids are getting older, so they go all to all those concerts. So when you're not doing your day job at the auto collection, what do you do for passion and fun?
Well, I think the Lions Club is one of my biggest passions, and there's 1.4 million lions throughout the world.
And they're serious. These lions are serious
They're
people.
serious. I'm involved with the Rotary too and in the Lions, but I think giving back is everything. And I've done it since 18 years old, and I have not missed a year yet. And my brother hates me for it. He said, John, if you got paid $1 for every hour you volunteer, you'd be rich. And you know what? I'm rich in the heart and
you
not
know
in
what?
the wallet.
And that brings us to the topic of today. It's that, sometimes we feel so much better when we're doing good and giving back than we feel taken.
You don't even know. I mean, when I give out, I don't know if you saw on Facebook that I'm asking for jackets and blankets.
I saw that. So give the pitch.
I go out every year and just right out to D Street. I don't give it to any foundation, the Lions or anybody. I just get my friends together. We get 3 truckloads. We get hot chocolate and cookies. We hit the horn, and they come out of the woodwork, and we hand it to them. The worst thing is, Tina, is we get hugs. And these guys haven't showered for, and I tell you, but you know what? That's the toughest. So we can get through it. But most of the time we try to fist.
Fist bumps.
But you know what? It's.
But you can go home and take a shower.
I can go home and take a shower. But you know what? My girlfriend, she bought these real cheap cigarettes. We can buy hundreds of them for $20. Even the guys that didn't smoke, the people that didn't smoke, they all took it. They take anything that's
a hot commodity, though.
Oh, yeah. She had the biggest line. I mean, we had cookies, we had coffee, and we had warm jackets and cigarettes.
And cigarettes, that
was the longest line.
Well, that's like, money out there on the
I
streets.
tell you.
Yeah.
But, and you see kids.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, and there's a couple areas where we know where the kids are because they don't come out. Because if they come out, social service comes out and they grab the family.
Right.
They break them up. So it's a location that I can't say here, but they do come out. I do take jackets.
So if somebody wanted to donate, somebody hears our story and they want to donate.
I mean, you could. Can I give my phone number, my cell phone number?
Well, if you want
the only way I could.
It's going to be public domain now.
I tell you. No, you can get a hold of Tina.
You can always call. You know what? You can always come to the clinic, First Person Care Clinic,
exactly. Let's do
at
that.
1200 South 4th Street, Suite 111. We'll have a barrel. You want to drop off your clothing and your stuff, and then John can pick it up there.
Exactly.
And then we don't have to worry about having John wake up in the middle of the night with phone calls.
Let me tell you why I'm not giving this out. When my brother elected me as the director for the Wheelchair Foundation, right, in the state of Nevada.
Wait, you're on to our third topic, though.
Oh, no, well.
Are we done with coats?
No, yeah. No, kind of.
Kind of? We'll come back to coats. Tell us about the Wheelchair Foundation.
Okay, that Wheelchair Foundation, Ken Baring started the Wheelchair Foundation about 15 years ago, and he asked my brother if he wanted to get involved. And Ken concentrates on the third world countries and stuff. And Don said, "So I like that idea, but I can't send wheelchairs to third world countries when I see people where I eat and live and work.
Right,
need them.
That's legit."
So Don started the Wheelchair Foundation in the state of Nevada, and he came to me. I was selling cars, and he said, "John, you got a new job?" And I said, "Well, what's my new job?" I said, "Oh, no, window washer or something." He goes, "No, you're the director in the state of California for the Wheelchair Foundation."
Sounds like a big title.
I said, "What do I do?" He goes, "Figure it out. You're the director." I said, "Okay, tell him, give me some hints now." He goes, "Well, I'm giving you about 10,000 brand new wheelchairs in a box. I just want to make sure everybody in the state of Nevada gets one that needs one."
Right.
And so, it's a long story, but it was the most rewarding thing I ever did in my life. And
I know we gave out some through the clinic, too.
That's right.
And all we asked was that they send a thank you letter.
That's all?
That's all we said. Just sit down, pen out a thank you letter for a new set of wheels. And people were doing it, and we made sure they got back to the foundation because it's important that they recognize where these things are going.
Yeah. And then when, Katrina hit, and I saw that on the news, so I told my brother I need 2,000 wheelchairs for Mississippi, and he didn't hesitate. Gave me 2,000. I called Southwest Airlines, and I said, "I need to get some wheelchairs back to Biloxi." Mm-hmm. They, in 1 second, they said, "Bring them down." And then I called a trucking company, Western Trucking Company, the first one I called, just the first people. Told them I need to ship them back there, too. they donated their truck and labor for free. So we started the Wheelchair Foundation in Mississippi, and that was very successful. We gave out 2,000.
You know, one thing I keep coming back to, and, you know, being a Vegas native here, I when the chips are down, when people are in need, nobody steps up like Las Vegas people. I'm sorry. We stop everything we do. And maybe it's so surprising because it is so unexpected.
I know.
But, you know, I remember being a little girl, and it was this month, it was November, when the MGM fire hit.
Okay, I remember that.
And I was in middle school, so do the math. And everybody stopped, because even if it didn't affect you directly, you knew somebody it affected. And so it affected you directly.
Yeah.
And this entire town stopped and came together and did the impossible, as far as I'm concerned, in this day and age. And actually now we have, I don't know if you know this, but our first responder program is the first responder program for the nation. They
Really?
actually come here from New York, from LA, everywhere. They come to Las Vegas because Las Vegas's first responder and how we handle crises is far superior than anywhere else in the country.
I didn't know that.
And we set the standard. So yay, Las Vegas, for being first in something. But the truth of the matter is because we have a convention center and we have all these people in a concentrated area, we have to be very pristine in how we handle emergencies and tragedies. So after MGM, they really put in earnest, the city of Las Vegas put in earnest how we were going to handle any future problems. And now we set the standard for the country.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's really pretty
I
cool.
know that the American Red Cross here is big.
Yeah.
You just watch on the news. I mean, somebody's house gets burned out. They're there within an hour, setting them up with a location, food, and jackets.
And you always hear sometime during this year, now that it's getting cold, because it turned last night. I don't know if you know, I was like sweating yesterday afternoon.
Well, just wait. About tomorrow, I think it's really going to be cold.
Bird chilly.
I know.
But now that it's getting to be this time of the year, you know, people are trying to stay warm in an area really where we don't have a lot of resources if your gas is out or something, and we end up having house fires, and it's a shame because you know, people do what they have to do in desperate times.
Exactly. You know, you was asking, we were talking about the cell phone thing. That's what I was hitting at.
Yeah.
Is when my first interview on TV, I called, and I had, I think, Channel 5, and they said, John, how can they get hold of you? I didn't think of that. So I gave my cell phone number out. Oh, my God.
Yes.
All day, all night.
And then, it happens.
Well, and then
we're a generous group, aren't we?
And then Channel 13 came, and I was already already did. So I did it again. That's the biggest joke. I still have that same phone number, and I still get phone calls too. But that's why I don't want to give out my phone number. Just in case.
You don't even have to explain. It just makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah.
But we'll be collecting. We'll put a barrel at the clinic, and we'll make sure that people have a place to drop off. And I think it's important that everybody know that they haven't, if they can, gently used.
Yeah, you know what? Socks is very big. Socks and blankets are nice, but they're bulky. Yeah. They want to take a blanket and they'll put it somewhere and keep it for nighttime and stuff like that. But I found out they always ask for socks and underwear and T-shirts and stuff like that.
The basics.
Yeah, and then we always have little, like airplane lotions and soaps and stuff. You get,
all
the little
stuff.
Bottles like that. We're collecting that too. And
excellent. So we have hygiene products.
Hygiene.
Socks,
anything with hygiene. Yeah.
Coats.
You can, men and women. And
those are practical stuff. We all use them every day, right?
Every day, and they go directly to them too, because I
love that.
Since
I do.
I'm like Mr. Nonprofit here, and I see these wonderful foundations collecting clothes. I mean, big ones. I won't say who they are, but what they do, they collect the clothes, and you think they're going to go to the people, and they sell it,
and then they turn around
by
and
weight.
sell it. Yeah.
So the people that you think, I'm going to give them my nice jacket, that thing's sold.
Yeah, my husband's actually really anti some of those big establishments.
Yeah, I'm
he
kind of anti.
Because if we're giving it to you for free, then you should give it for free. You make sure it gets to the people that it needs to get to.
I know.
And I guess that's a philanthropy philosophy, maybe.
Yeah.
Some people would rather give it to a Goodwill or a Salvation Army because then they know that they'll be out in the community and it's creating jobs. Other people want to make sure it goes right on someone's back.
Oh yeah.
And so whatever your preference is, there's opportunities to give in either way.
It just makes you feel better mentally, physically, just going out in the public. And everything that you do is not designated for money.
It's not.
Everything, most people are. I mean, it's hard to live around here. A lot of people have to have 2 jobs, 2 family people working. It's tough here. But that little getaway that I get by giving back, I think that helps me. That settles me down.
That settles you down? You feel like you've done right then?
And everybody thinks I work, because we have about $10 million worth of cars sitting there. They think I have all the money. No, I work for somebody. No, I don't have all the money.
But you have the heart, so you're rich.
I have the heart.
Yes. So now let's, I love this. John is also a board member for First Person Care Clinic. And John was a treasure when we got him on the board because he's one of those people that truly wants to make a difference.
I try.
And if I can get 12 people on my board to truly want to make a difference, we're going to be invincible.
Yeah, I think you and I are trouble together. I think we're just going to we're going to do good.
Yes. And we will do good.
I tell you,
right?
we got some board members that are so excellent. I mean, these people are just.
They come out. They
oh my God!
And by the way, they're not paid. It's all volunteer.
Exactly. Yeah.
So and they really want to do good things in the community. So I'm particularly.
I think you got a great board now. It took a while, probably.
Oh yeah.
You maybe had to go through 10 to get 2 or 1 or something like that, but you got a good board.
Well, once you get a core group of people that want to do the right thing and aren't on coattails and aren't just trying to pad their resumes, then they, you get those few 4 or 5 people like that, then they start weeding out the other ones.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're doing our thing. You need to step up or go.
That's exactly it.
And I think that's where we're at right now. We're making.
I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, we got a lot of goals set. I mean,
we do. It looks like 7 or 8 clinics next year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to explode.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. In fact, I have meetings this afternoon, so we will know more this afternoon. But with Nevada Hand, we're absolutely, and that's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
The apartment complexes that are really nice. They're clean. They're secure. They're reasonably priced throughout the community. So, and we'll be putting clinics on some of their properties. So it's going to be.
Ooh, that's smart too.
It makes sense, right? You have 500-600 people, especially their senior apartment complexes. You want to make sure that you've got somebody there to take care of their needs.
And transportation.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that. That's hard transportation for these people to get out.
It is. Transportation seems to be one of our biggest stumbling blocks with our more vulnerable community. And vulnerable could be, income-based or it could be health-based.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling well, the last thing you want to do is get up, get dressed, go out and, and drive someplace.
Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah, your foundation, because I met you on my radio show years ago.
Yes.
And I just fell in love with, because that's all I did. My show was nonprofits every week. And when yours came, it kind of hit home because at my age, the mid 60s,
he looks 39, folks. Don't let him fool you.
39, I tell you. They were called free clinics back there, and I don't like the word free clinics, but that's
Free's
what they.
a 4-letter word.
And that's what they used back there because a lot of people, with the Vietnam era,
and
a lot of people just didn't. We had crises going on and wars and stuff, and healthcare was very hard to get.
Yes.
And your clinic, I mean, you're there. I don't care if you make a lot of money or if you're barely making it, you're going to get looked at. By a professional.
We have people now in the condos downtown and at Turnberry Place and stuff. We have patients that could go anywhere for healthcare coming to us because of the quality
that
level.
just shows the quality is there. And that's what we want.
I love it.
We want to help everybody.
Exactly.
We just don't want to help the rich or the poor. I mean, we got to help everybody.
You want to see me get my back up, and I'm a pretty easygoing person for the most part. But when I hear somebody say, I don't have to keep my education up because I'm just helping the poor, or I don't have to do this because I'm dealing with the poor,
no.
I go from zero to nutsy.
Yeah. Because
the truth of the matter is that you either take pride in what you do and you provide the highest quality standards available, or you don't. Shut your doors.
That's it. Exactly.
And a lot of the free clinics are no longer around because they're not sustainable. And B, they're not providing the care that needs to be provided.
No.
And with the Affordable Care Act expanding and Medicaid expansion here in Nevada, a lot of especially young men and young single females without children now have care and have insurance. They have Medicaid that they wouldn't have had normally, so they can pick their doctors. And you want to pick a quality doctor.
Exactly.
So it all in all, these little free clinics, that's a 4-letter word, by the way.
That's what it was. That was back then. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's different now. But what I like about it is you can get help.
Yes.
No matter what income you are, you can make billions of dollars or you can not have very much. And because we don't want we want something from them anyway. We want some kind of money.
The government calls it shared responsibility.
Exactly.
You know what? You have to pony up, and whatever that dollar amount is, it just needs to be significant to you, so that you listen to your provider and you follow their care plan, and you actually invest in yourself as well.
Yeah. You know, it's my girlfriend's mom, and I tell the story all the time. That's why I'm here.
We love her.
She went to this one doctor for years and never once was really looked at. And, you know, and she came to the clinic, and I don't know if it was you or somebody noticed right away within minutes. And she was short of a lot of things, and she's doing great now.
I was going to say, it wasn't me, it was my providers. But they did a head to toe. This is normal practice.
Fast. I mean,
Yes.
and then now she goes to this one little gym. What's that called? Silver?
Oh, it's the Nifty After 50 gym.
Something.
Paramore.
She's she's 83, I believe. And now she wears little leotards, and she goes out there and she works.
Don't you love that
mentally,
energy?
physically. Mm-hmm. She's much better since she started with you guys. And
well, thank you.
you know, it's just, and that's why I get ambitious. And now, you know, I want to be part of everything.
So let's talk about our so we're giving you a save the date. So February 13th, Saturday night.
That looks like it's going to be.
It looks like it's going to work. So February 13th, Saturday night, we are going to do a romantic fundraiser.
I know.
So, and we have this phenomenal gentleman who's volunteered to come out. He's in Frank Sinatra impersonator.
He's
he even looks like him.
Oh my God, no makeup, and I'm looking at it right now. It looks like Frank.
Introduce him to us.
This is Bo Wagner. He's out of Pittsburgh. And this gentleman, he's the lead singer on the Vogues.
Okay.
And they're going to be playing in Laughlin, December, I think, 17th to the 23rd. So if you and Paul want to come out, we can go out there. And we can go see him. But anyway, he's volunteered his time and to raise money. And he'll come out, and in his songs, I tell you, you play his songs, you think it's Frank. He acts like him. He walks like him.
He looks like him.
He looks like everything. And
he looks like 60-year-old Frank, not 20-year-old Frank.
That's it, exactly.
So,
you know, it's the whole evening, you know, champagne and
Pastor Durs and a great theater, the Starbright Theater.
I've never been there. I got to go check that out now.
It's phenomenal, but the tickets are $40 a piece. For less than $100, you can look like a big shot, take out your favorite girl.
That's it.
Right?
We're going to have raffles.
We'll have raffles and silent. And the money is going to go to the clinic to help us fund a grant writer.
Yep.
Because grant writing is going to be, that's where we're going to build the seed money to get more grants, because there is funding out there. Honestly, I just don't know where to find it. I know it's out there.
You know, it's one good thing about raising money for you guys is we earmark where the money's going to go.
Yes.
A lot of times I've done fundraisers, many of them, and it gets lost in the system.
The operations of the business. Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the law, some people say, you know, only 12% have to go back in and you can keep the rest for overhead or whatever. This is 100% going to go to a grant writer.
Yes.
And it's so much fun knowing where it's going to go.
Yes.
And we, I think we all appreciate that.
Can pull in programs. So our 2016 is not only multiple clinics, but we're also looking at an ultrasound machine. And this 2015 year was the year of the X-ray machine.
Yeah.
So we're looking at building all of our services so you don't have to go anywhere.
Wow. And we're going to be up in North Las Vegas too?
Yes. Well, the city of North Las Vegas and Southern Nevada Health District are talking to me. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Don't tell. It's secret. But there's opportunities for us to be out by 215 Aliante area. There's not a lot of providers out there. We want to make sure we go out there and we're offering services for people in that area. What we're finding is that they're driving all the way downtown. Wouldn't it be nice to have a doctor in your area?
I know. Yeah. So do they? I'm just asking questions now. I'm really
now he's
amazed.
Interviewing me. Hey,
yeah,
hey.
Exactly. So we have one day like up north, and then eventually maybe 2 days, and then 3 days, and then they can have a permanent location.
We'll start it out as kind of like scheduled outreaches. So the first Tuesday of every month there'll be a doctor at this facility,
that's awesome.
Or there'll be a nurse practitioner at that facility, and that way everybody kind of gets an idea of where they're going, and then we build the clinics from there on demand. So John, this has been great having you in here. You're a lot of fun. So,
well, thank you.
Parting words. Any last things you want to say?
Well, anybody that wants to see some beautiful vehicles, just go to the link the
Yes.
auto collections, ask for John Williams, and they won't charge you. You're $12.50.
Fifth floor, right?
Fifth floor, the parking structure.
Yes.
And you know what? If you don't have anything to do, join the Lions Club or join the Rotary. Join something. Give back a little bit.
I love that. Thank you, John, for all your time. This is Tina Drago with Healthy Las Vegas. Take care, Las Vegas.